now
he's unstable. He is unstable, Brett.
He's not well. You say he's mentally not stable?
He's not stable.
Let me ask you this. You told many interviewers that Joe Biden was on his game, that ran around circles on his staff. When did you first notice that President Biden's mental faculties appeared diminished?
You deliberately embarrassed me in front of a reporter. I told you how important this is to me. I told you.
She's as funny as Lucy and she's in the know. She's as smart as Phil and always on the go. It's the Patsy Hoolahan Show.
Hello, everybody. Well, first of all, I'd like to apologize to the American people and the people of the world for waiting so long to make another video. But since we're so close to a pivotal election, I thought it's really important that I do.
We would have had more border agents at the border, more support for the folks who are working around the clock trying to hold it all together.
Madam Vice President.
To ensure that no future harm would occur. And this election in 20 days will determine whether we have a president of the United States who actually cares more about fixing a problem, even if it is not to their political advantage in an election. Because there was a solution, Brett.
Madam Vice President, it was a policy decision in the early part of your administration. I will let one of the mothers talk about it. Take a listen.
Because of the Biden-Harris administration open border policies catch and release, they were enrolled in the Alternatives to Detention program. This meant that they were released into the United States. It was not even a full 3 weeks later that they would take my daughter, Jocelyn Nungare's life. I believe the Biden-Harris administration open border policies are responsible for the death of my daughter.
That's the early days. So do you owe them an apology?
Why can't you treat me like I would be treated by any stranger on the street? Because I am not one of your fans!
Democrats voted against that bill. It would have allowed 1.8 million illegal immigrants into the country a year. A lot of conservatives had a problem with it. These are the 6 Democrats.
Let's break that down, because I am so happy that Brett Baier pushed back on that statement that I've heard her and Joe Biden say, which is, on day one, we put forth a comprehensive border bill. No, they did not. What they did put forth was an asylum bill. And if you remember, during the first 2 years of Joe Biden's term, the Democrats had the presidency, the Senate, and the House. Chuck Schumer was over the Senate, Nancy Pelosi was over the House. So if this was put up within hours of taking the administration, why was it not brought to the floor for a vote? It's because they knew that they would use just implementing, just creating it as a grandstanding tool for election time. Now, they didn't put forth this quote unquote latest comprehensive border bill until 2024. And rightfully so, Donald Trump shot it down. You know why? Most people don't know why. It would have allowed 1.8 million illegal immigrants in here annually. The border would stay open under the discretion of the president up until border crossings hit, 4,500? And then at that point, at 4,500 or 5,000 people, illegal interactions, the president has the discretion of whether they would like to close and secure the border at that time.
Well, I do feel a little bad for Kamala Harris. She seems way over her head, and I don't think she ever really thought she was going to be the president. And I'm sure that she probably really doesn't want to at this point. Oh.
I have no pride in saying that this is a perfect immigration system. I've been clear, I think we all are, that it needs to be fixed. We need more. I was just down at the border talking with border agents, and they will tell you, and I'm sure I know you investigate and you are a serious journalist. They will tell you, we need more judges. We need to process those cases faster. We need the support for those cases that should be prosecuted. They need more resources, and Congress ultimately is the only place that's going to get fixed, Brett.
Well,
that's how this system works.
That's the premise of this question.
But
There were
that's how the
90
system
plus
works.
executive orders that were rescinded in the first days. Many of those were Trump border policies. I'm not going to stay here because there's other things to talk about, but you frequently talked to the Border Patrol Union for support of that bipartisan bill, and they did. They supported it. But they also just endorsed Donald Trump and said, you've been, quote, a failure with border security.
Politics now. We are just 22 days away until Election Day. Early ballots have been sent out here in Arizona, and today former President Donald Trump held a rally up north in Prescott Valley. He got the endorsement today of the National Border Patrol Council. The president of that organization, Paul Perez, says that Donald Trump has stood with the thousands of men and women who protect our border. The former president has also promised to hire 10,000 new Border Patrol agents if he's elected, and to ask Congress to give all agents a 10% raise.
America, I have a message for you. If we allow Borders R. Harris to win this election, every city, every community in this great country is going to go to hell. The untold millions of people, unvetted, who she has allowed into this country that are committing murders, rapes, robberies, burglaries, and every other crime will continue to put our country in peril. Only one man can fix that. And that is Donald J. Trump.
You say now
He's
he is unstable.
He is unstable, Brett.
He's not well. You say he's mentally not stable.
He's not stable.
Let me ask you this. You told many interviewers that Joe Biden was on his game, that ran around circles on his staff. When did you first notice that President Biden's mental faculties appeared diminished? Democrats voted.
Donald Trump, and Donald Trump, Let's go back to Donald Trump.
Well. All I can say is that even with all his flaws, I think I'm going to stick with Trump this time, and I think we'll be better off for it. So make sure you vote, whatever your conscience tells you to do, and have a great day.